Hello, my beautiful souls. Do you ever rewrite the script of your life? Do you ever sit down and literally become, or metaphorically even, both, same, become the script writer, the screenwriter, and the director, the producer, the storyteller of your life? Do you actually give yourself permission to write the script as if you're the character in your love story, in your life story, in your life path, in your soul's mission, in your creativity, in your health story, whatever it is, that you actually write it out? Do you give yourself permission to co-create with the divine? To not only surrender and listen to the call and listen to the guidance and follow the steps moment by moment, but to also have a say. Now, this is a paradox. How can I surrender to the divine and say the divine knows best, but yet I'm here writing the script from an ego perspective? Well, what if it always has been a co-creation, that from that guidance, you discover more and more and more about yourself? From that self-discovery, you start claiming and owning what it is that you truly want from your heart because it's always been there. It's always been the path. And all you're doing is confirming that for yourself on an intuitive level. And what if by writing the script, it's really you just allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel in order to embody the prophecy that has always been your divine birthright? So an example is your name, okay, whatever your name is that's watching this, name becomes, so I'm talking to a feminine at this stage, name becomes the fitness queen version of herself. Very fit, very fine, very sexy, very sensual, very feminine, very kind, very attractive, literally an aura of pure light, angelic essence. The truth of who she is. A true goddess embodied as the queen, as the empress of her life. She, name, is a best-selling book author with oracle decks and signature programs, a world-renowned being in her field, travels the world, sought out by clients across the globe, a literal superstar, gifted, a channel, a guide, articulate, well-dressed, shifts the frequency of the planet by embodying unity consciousness with ease, fully living her divine truth. Confident, regulated, assured, self-validated, intuitive, living without and knowing who she is without anxiety. This is an example of writing the script and embodying the activation through self-activation, listening to the guidance of your future self and bringing it into form through your writing and your self-channeling, and then trusting that script. And then believing in that script and letting that script be the initiation of a vision and allowing that vision to make manifest, knowing that it may not be exactly what it is that you envision it to be or you script it to be, but it's the frequency of what it is that you're visioning and scripting. It's the frequency that you receive, the frequency of the divine truth. Now, you don't have to script it. You can fully surrender to the divine will, but maybe, just maybe, scripting it helps you validate yourself so that you can live without needing external validation, that you can live without needing approval, that you can finally collapse any pattern of seeking external yeah, it could be external validation, but external evidence so that you can finally collapse the belief. I have to see it to believe it. I have to know it to believe it. Why not believe it first and then allow it to make manifest? So allow yourself to script it all as if you are the screenwriter of your life and trust it and then hold it lightly. Hold it lightly. Burn it if you need to. Put it in a bottle and chuck the bottle into the sea. Whatever it is that allows you to hold it lightly, let go of the attachment, but keep the frequency alive in your heart. Feel the truth that at the end of the day, this script is really just you being the alchemist and the magician of your own life's creation. For you to feel safe and confident to actually be a creator of your own experience and not just a mere victim, just waiting for the divine all the time, that you actually are the divine in motion, that you actually are love itself. And so, what we're going to do in this session is just activate your creator and release some energies surrounding what might block you from being in charge of your divine life story, divine love story. So, first, we're going to release the sabotage on the God within. So, just take a deep breath in for me. Close your eyes. Superconscious, thank you for this opportunity, this sacred ceremony to heal, to expand, to move through the thresholds, to transform. Thank you for the opportunity to let go of energies that no longer serve my highest potential, my highest truths. And thank you for the gratitude that I feel in my heart. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. Take a deep breath in, have your eyes closed. I release, let go, and delete all sabotages on my God within. My God within is sabotage free. I free my God within of all sabotages and regain my power. I free my God within of all sabotages because I am power. I know how to remain grounded and centered in my personal power at all times. I remain in my personal power at all times. My God within keeps me aligned to my destiny. I am aligned with destiny. Destiny is aligned with me. I am in co-creation with destiny. I have the prophetic knowing that destiny is on my side. My God within keeps me in my power. My God within keeps me empowered. My God within is free from the past and operates in the now. Take a deep breath in, beloved. I let go of vulnerability and embrace empowerment, breathing in, breathing out. Now, as you receive this, I want you to just feel pure unconditional love moving through your entire body. So feel in your heart the unconditional love that you have for your inner child. Feel in your heart the unconditional love that you have for your soul. Now let's give you a soul fragmentation balance where all soul fragments left in other places, times, traumas, dimensions, any part of you that is trapped in codependency, trapped in limiting beliefs that keep you feeling like you're limited, that you're stuck, that you're broken. Let's release that story now and set you free, knowing that every present moment is an opportunity to set yourself free. You don't need to continue to carry a narrative or an identity. You can let that transmute right now. We're aligning you with your higher self right now. So let go of the compensation mode and the reason why you're holding on to the limits. Let go. Let that part of you dissolve, knowing that you have always been free, you've always been evolving, and you've always been grateful and you are forgiven. And let yourself forgive yourself for any part of you that held on to shame and then lashed out because of it, or held on to guilt and lashed out because of it, or held on to grief and lashed out because of it. And allow yourself to forgive. This is a channeling right now. let's release some of the fear of being seen, the fear of fully being seen. Like I'm talking about vulnerable, seen and transparent and fully vulnerable. And some of the vulnerabilities that you've classed as not enough. The nervous part of you, the insecure part of you, the obsessed part of you, the fixated part of you, the jittery part of you, the part of you that can't sit still, the part of you that picks your face and creates scabs, the part of you that overthinks everything and then projects that onto others, the part of you that self-sabotages and pushes love away because you fear love, the part of you that fears God and God's mercy and God's divine providence and God's provision. Let's just let's divinely and celestially hug every aspect of you right now into wholeness and self-acceptance. Just love on her, love on him. You know, if you were to see your inner child right now, the 4-year-old version of you, vulnerable, afraid, needing validation, needing soothing, needing love, grasping for love. If you were to witness that, you would have pure love and pure compassion for that version of you, or you would give that to anyone else. Why not give that to you? So deep down inside, you know the patterns that you're ready to dissolve. You know that you're ready to release the anger that you feel from the injustices that you've experienced in your life. The unfairness that you feel that like things are harder for you and it's easier for others. How your life didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to because some of your dreams were not given the space. The It's like you feel like you weren't fully invested in. And so if that's the case, then your life's calling is to invest in yourself, to be your own agent. You know, I'm just seeing uh, I'm seeing like a tennis player. This is like more of a metaphor and an image. I'm seeing a tennis player with pure potential and pure talent. And like it's just pure potential. And then the coach, the tennis coach, is like all in like bringing that potential out and refining this being into a superstar, right? And it's almost like you feel like you have always been a superstar. Your soul has always had that sparkle, and yet your life circumstances, you know, you feel like you're the black sheep, or you feel like you're the scapegoat, or you've been projected on your whole entire life, and you've lived an experience where your standards have always been lower than what have always you've always lowered your standards because you didn't have the self-worth to claim what it is that you're worthy of. So then you sabotaged by lowering your standards and by settling with people, places, situations all the time. Like nothing was really in alignment to your true light. But not anymore. This is the beginning where you're letting all of that go. This is the era. This is the chapter. This is the portal. This is the threshold. This is the time where you're like, no, I see myself. I know my potential. I'm illuminated in my truth. I'm feeling guided right now by the divine. I'm feeling protected by the divine. I'm being guided. Synchronicities, people are coming into my orbit to reflect to me my connection at the deepest level of soul. And I'm ready to break free. I'm ready to break through into the chapter of light in my life. The chapter of light where I no longer lower my standards. I know my self-worth. I do not chase, I attract. I invest in my rituals, in my self-love, in my self-care, in my friendships. I receive more now because I've always been the giver. I'm starting to receive. So it's like you're coming to realization of the truths and you're facing the truths, and it's all positive, but it can come with sadness because there's a form of grief that's taking place of the life that you never lived. But that grief is opening you up to a deeper joy of the life that is coming. It's all positive. It's all positive. The life that is of your birthright is here for you to claim and own and trust in the unseen. It has to unfold the way that it has to unfold because your character is being refined beyond control. You're not meant to be in the driver's seat here. You're meant to be in the back seat being taken for a ride, and you're meant to just trust the driver is God. God's driving the cosmic vehicle. God's driving the cosmic vehicle, and you're in the back seat. And soon you're going to have an entourage of people supporting you. You're going to have an entourage without entourage issues. You're going to have the boundaries. There's going to be divine flow. It's all happening for you. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing the work. You're being connected to joy. You're being connected to peace. You're being connected to empowerment. You're being connected to your spirit. You're being connected internally. You're going within and you're loving universally. You're finally loving universally. You're expanding into the light, and your self-image is starting to shift. And you're starting to see all the beauty around you. And you're starting to be grateful for where you're at. And you're starting to feel grounded and self-aware. And the happiness that's within you, beyond external happiness, beyond a false sense of happiness, is growing now. And you're able to guide yourself in your own direction. You have that level of discernment. And you're feeling adequate as you. And you're feeling aligned in the higher source as the higher source to the higher source. And you're appreciating your life and you're approving of yourself. And you're complete and whole within yourself. And you've got this deep healing peace and contentment. And you're easily communicating with the spirit world and receiving guidance and messages. And there's expansion in the field of work and life. And you have this flow of oneness. And you're focused on yourself and your own life. And there is this persistent spiritual awareness that continues to bloom and blossom. And you truly have unconditional love for yourself. And I really want you to feel that spiritual unconditional love and the quietude of your mind continue to grow right now. Because not only do you have a connection with the God within, but those patterns of the past, such as obsessed, micromanaging, control energies, have all cleared, and the fear of the unknown has cleared. And you finally have peace in knowing that what is meant for you will always be available for you in the present moment. And that you are a limitless creator and that you are so resourceful that everything that you truly desire can make manifest. And because you are so regal and true to yourself, that in a way you're fully supported to receive that beyond your micromanagement, as in like it just happens. You have a thought and it just allow yourself to manifest it instantly. And all of this is coming from a deeper self-trust in your intuition and your gift. your gift of sight, your gift of knowing, your gift of truth, your gift of love, and your heart and your soul. You're finally letting go of the fear of being hurt and you're operating in the vibration of love. And you're finally letting go of the fear of being manipulated and you're regaining your power. And you're finally letting go of the fear of being used and abused and you're regaining your power. And you're finally letting go of the fear of projections from others and their burdens or their expectations of you, especially within the family system. And you're finally feeling that strength. And it's a safety and it's a strength to strength that everything is going stronger and stronger for you. You're finally letting go of any sort of genetic fears, recognizing that you're the you're the ancestor where your ancestors prayed for you, your ancestors manifested you, and you've claimed that truth. That all patterns end with you that have continued on into the ancestral line. And you know that whatever condition that you have in your body right now that you're holding on to, whether it's sadness, an ancient sadness, whether it's a hormonal imbalance, whether it's even even something as horrific as cancer, you know that love and light and truth are the frequencies and nature as well. Being immersed in nature are the frequencies, love, light, truth, nature, being honest with yourself, facing yourself, coming home to your intuition, your deeper instincts. All of that is going to heal it. It will, because nature holds all the healing frequencies. The light holds all the healing frequencies. Love heals everything, and the truth will set you free. So if, abandonment wounds are coming up right now and they're being triggered, you can go in nature and you can face every single time that you have abandoned yourself and you can forgive yourself and you can let it go. And if rejection wounds have been coming up for you, then you can allow yourself to go into nature, have a tea, slow the F down, and as you sip on your tea, slowly enjoying every aspect of it on such a slow and profound level, such a stillness moves over you that you start having tears of gratitude for the realizations that you have always been free, that you have always been God, that you have always been spirit, that there is always an eternal presence that is available for you, that there's beauty all around you. And that if you fully just face all the parts of you that are rejected and give him, her a hug, then all of a sudden these parts no longer feel rejected because you've gifted yourself the assurance and the connection and the love that that rejected part of you transforms into an angel with wings and goes to the light. And that you can let go of bitterness and resentment and some toxic relationships. Now, it might be very challenging for you to transition from these toxic relationships if there's this codependency and this enmeshment and there are ties and entanglements. But you can, if you just take it day by day, without rushing, without stressing, without paranoia, without anxiety, just take it day by day, day by day, day by day, day by day. Then all you do is just follow the call moment by moment, moment by moment. You don't need to know what happens next. The thing is, we never know what happens next anyway. The mind, ego wants to feel like it's always been in control with a plan. But the thing is, you're on the divine journey, and the divine journey means that it's God's plan, it's God's will. Yes, you're scripting it with God, but you're only scripting what comes through because God is whispering in your heart and is what it is that you want. It's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? It's like, did you come up with your co-creative plan, or was it just revealed to you? And then it's just a self-validation or a self-activation or a self-reassurance or a connection to the truth. And then it's clarity, that comes in. Any wounded part of you is now being healed right now. The part of you that feels disgusting. Look, I'm going to do something for you, but you're going to have to accept it. I'm going to pull out your wounds and you're going to let me. It's just an energy in your body that you've hold on to. And I'm just going to pull it out. The disgust, the shame, the fear, the lack of worthiness, the worthlessness, the lack of value, feeling unimportant, the fear of conflict, the fear of performing, the need for validation, the nervous system being completely irregular due to overdrive, overwork, overstimulation, overthinking, always striving. I'm going to pull out all the childhood trauma of your emotions not being met by your mother and father and caregivers. I'm going to pull out all the abuse, the racism, the inflammation, the addictions, the stress, the survival mode, the protection mode, the protection mode. I'm just going to pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. And we're going to say, I know how to practice unconditional love each and every day. I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love. We're just going to create some blood flow all around your body. And we're going to enlighten that blood where your DNA and your blood and your RNA are hydrated, oxygenated, full of nutrients, full of balance, confidence, and free of past vows and ties, free of burdens, free of oaths, vows, and contracts that no longer serve your current timeline. We're just going to cleanse your energy and pull back your energy and illuminate your being to feel what you need to feel and release the attachments, release the yearning, and whatever it is that you had been yearning for, longing for, you can now feel it in your heart. So you'll never be separate from it. Whether it's a lover, whether it's you wanting a baby, you're purging right now. You're purging of unmet needs. And it relates to your childhood, but somehow it's showing up in this current timeline. Love, the unmet need, the need, the unmet need was a form of love that you didn't receive, and it was affection, attention, understanding. And it was also a little bit of like, you feel like you were teased, you feel like you were bullied, you feel like so like it's almost like what I'm seeing is a really sensitive child with quirks and vulnerabilities and uniqueness. And then you feel like you were laughed at for being that. And so you hid that confident, fiery, bold part of you that quirky part of you, that silly part of you, that funny part of you, that hilarious part of you, that humorous part of you, because you interpreted them laughing at you and making a statement like, oh, that's so adorable. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so funny, as a negative instead of a positive. Instead of like it being endearing and lovable and like, like, oh my God, I'm hilarious, you then went like this instead and went like this instead as a kid. And it's like, it was interpreted as you took on the belief of people are laughing at me. It's not safe for me to be this version of myself. So you shut that off. And this is just one example of many ways of how we shut parts of us off as children, and then they later erupt in other ways, like midlife crises or inflammation on the skin. It's like the eruption of like this part of you that wants to freaking just come out already because it's been so deeply suppressed because of a misperception. Um, so it's time for you to receive the download. My RNA and DNA has the balance of my family skills, allowing my uniqueness to shine. I am confident in myself and how I am as a person. I let go of all surrogated energies from my family, and I have access to all the amazing and connected qualities of my mother and father. So, any part of you that has a negative projection or judgment around your mom and dad, I'm going to cleanse that for you now. It's time for you to just let go of that projection. We're just going to randomly download. I love myself enough to eat healthily. I release all emotional eating and use food to nourish and heal. To just allow yourself to receive that. Now, I also want you to start receiving more, because that's the spiritual lesson for right now, whatever you're going through, receiving more. Any part of you that is ungrounded, let's just remove that now. Unable to see the beauty around you at the deepest level, at the deepest celestial level, let's remove that. Trying to prove you are spiritually more aware than others, let's remove that. Taking on others' rules, principles, and laws, that's a big one. We need to remove that. Like there is a pressure that is unseen, that it's on your shoulders or in your gut or somewhere stored in your body, that you feel like you have to live up to the societal family expectation. And we've got a breakthrough of that, especially around your age, especially around you having a family, especially around your purpose, your finances, your choices in life, around your living situation, your lifestyle, how you lead your life. All of that is going through a reshuffling right now. Skeptical and disbelieving in a higher source, it's time for you to really connect with God at the deepest level. And don't take my version of what God is. It's really just connection to your higher self. It's connection to love. It's connection to everything that animates life. The reason why you have a heartbeat, the reason why your blood is pumping all around your body without you even doing it manually. It's you connecting to the higher powers and the higher source that created you, and for you to really start praying. I went to Gabor Mate's talk on Sunday, and it was amazing. And I went there with a girlfriend, and I said to the girlfriend, because I am a channel, and I sensed that she needed like a little bit of a code, and I said to her, you know what works, babe? Praying. I said, praying works. Don't do it because it works. Do it because you want to connect. But if you just pray every single day, everything that you want will want you too. And she was like, well, I guess I never had that connection. And I was like, well, it's time. You're ready. Like, honestly, just pray every day. Like, just do it. I said to her, my life dramatically improved when I started praying every day. My life just went like skyrocketed, like just unbelievable. Because you're really just connecting to your higher self and you're really offering yourself to the divine plan and you're feeling it and you're sensing it and then you're raising your vibration in the process because of the prayer and it's how you pray. So let's do a prayer to finish this session. Just know that you're going to get whatever you need out of this. So just take a deep breath in for me. All right. Closing your eyes, placing your hand on your heart, one on your belly, taking 3 deep breaths at your own pace. Beloved God, source, source of wisdom and truth. I open my heart to receive every lesson my soul has encountered. In love and loss, in joy and sorrow, in shadow and light, nothing has been wasted. Everything has served my becoming. I ask now for complete integration. Let every experience be woven into my spirit, not as weight, but as wisdom, not as wounds, but as wholeness, not as regret, but as revelation. Where there was pain, let there be power. Where there was heartbreak, let there be heart expansion. Where there was confusion, let there be clarity. Where there was resistance, let there be acceptance. I release the need to repeat what I have already learned. I break all cycles that no longer serve me. I clear all contracts that have reached their divine completion. Let every lesson live within me as embodied truth, as sacred wisdom, and as radiant love. I no longer need suffering to grow, for I choose to learn through love, grace, and divine alignment. My mind is clear, my heart is open, my spirit is free. I am ready to walk forward whole, integrated, and empowered. And so it is. Amen. Take a deep breath in. We're just integrating this prayer into your multidimensional being. You're just breathing in, breathing out. I want you to feel the wholeness, the unconditional love, the completion energy, and the self-trust move through you now, creating a beautiful figure eight between you and the cosmos, you and the earth. And I'm just going to give you 20 downloads to complete this session. Now, this was something that came through over the weekend when I did a sound healing event, and it's relating to what I'm teaching at the moment for Inner Pilgrimage. Inner Pilgrimage is my signature program. It's what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through right now, and what I'm sharing with my clients. And it's about nervous system regulation, self-worth activation, divine love activation, like really cool, like divine love. Oh my God, like unconditional love, unity consciousness, divine love, spiritual love. Oh, what a no words, right? Divine love activation, nervous system activation, nervous system regulation, self-worth, and romanticizing your life, which is what I'm doing. And it's like literally like self-love is just penetrating and infusing into every aspect of everything. So then you're in like divine oneness, and then all of a sudden you just find yourself at your highest timeline, and you're like, shit. It's incredible. Synchronicities galore. Like right now I see a freaking blue, what is it? Like some sort of insect that I've never even seen, or maybe it's a dragonfly. It's just every moment is a synchronicity. Every moment is divine. Every moment is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Consciousness, truth, and bliss. Consciousness, truth, and bliss. And that's the reality. It's just that we get attached and we are unable to see and feel that everything is Sat, Chit, Ananda, consciousness, bliss, and truth. Okay? So we're going to do 20 downloads to seal this activation. Start breathing in for me. Okay. Breathing in, breathing out. It's really important that you're breathing. All right. So Sat, Chit, Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. Acknowledge your true nature as pure existence. Reflect on the experiences and recognize how each moment contributes to your growth and understanding. Cultivate awareness of your thoughts and emotions, engaging in practices like meditating or being in nature, and embrace joy that arises from aligning with your true self. Celebrate your journey towards self-love and the fulfillment of your divine purpose. So we're activating all of this for you. I am the embodiment of existence, consciousness, and bliss. I honor my journey and embrace my true self and align with divine love from the creator's perspective and definition. So now we're going to do the downloads. I want you to take a deep breath in and out. Now, the other download is, now take this as a metaphor more than literally, but this is what I'm experiencing. I am my first cosmic lover. Now, I got that download when I started experiencing divine love, and then I'm like, I am the love of my life, and I am my first cosmic lover, right? What does that mean? Well, I mean, there are different forms of love depending on the plane of existence that we're operating from. There's human love, there's which is like a platonic love, but like it's at a frequency. Remember, we're multidimensional beings here, and I'm talking about the highest form of love, God love, cosmic love. And when I gave myself that frequency through meditation and I felt it, it was just life-changing. It was like this orgasmic feeling moving through my body. And you can't explain it. It's just pure love. And so let's just give you some downloads and allow them to come in a loving and easy way. Breathing. I know what it feels like to embody Sat, Chit, Ananda, pure existence, consciousness, and bliss in every cell of my being. Breathe. I know how to experience divine love from within, free from attachment or longing. I know what it means to be a cosmic lover, connecting from soul to soul beyond time and space for myself first and foremost. I understand how to hold unconditional love without losing myself. I know how to receive love from the divine and allow it to flow through me effortlessly. I know how to balance passion and peace, intimacy and sovereignty, ecstasy and stillness. I feel safe in this divine frequency. I am worthy of experiencing love that transcends the physical and merges with the eternal, anchoring it here into the physical. I trust the divine timing of soul connections and release all attachments to outcomes. I understand how to integrate every lesson from my cosmic lover without holding on to the person. So that's maybe an external cosmic lover, but really they're just a reflection of your inner. I choose to keep the love and release the longing, carrying only the blessing forward. I know how to experience bliss without dependency on another person. I fully integrate the lessons of love, heartbreak, and surrender into my soul's evolution. Take a deep breath in. I recognize divine love in all forms, within nature, within others, and within myself. I am free from cords, contracts, and illusions that no longer serve my highest good. I have awakened to true reality. I choose to love from a place of wholeness, not from need or lack. I allow my cosmic lover to be a catalyst for my highest alignment with God. I know how to experience sacred union within myself and the divine before union with another. I am at peace with every chapter of my soul connections, knowing all is divinely orchestrated. I live in the eternal now, where love is infinite and always available within me. I embody Sat Chit Ananda, pure being, pure awareness, pure bliss as my natural state of being. And so it is. So we're going to download this with discernment, with wisdom, and holding them lightly, knowing that it all starts with you and your connection with yourself and your connection with the divine and your connection with nature. And then it's an overflow. So you want to feel like you are so complete. You don't need anyone to complete you. And then when you do come into partnerships, collaborations, and connections, community expression or community involvement and engagement, it's all from overflow because you know how to balance your energies. You have inner union between your inner masculine and your inner feminine. You're just this complete being, fully present, fully in your power, in your potency, standing and speaking your truth. And then love is just the natural flow of things. And so we really want to get to this level of spiritual love and activation of connection and beauty. And you're going to start seeing that life's intricate workings and synchronicities are on your side. When you get to this highest vibration, everything's a synchronicity. And you know how to unplug from what no longer serves you because your self-worth is at the highest that it's ever been. You see yourself as the treasure, you see yourself as the gift. So we're going to witness that for you now. Breathing in. Let's just bring in your favorite color. And let's just heal your heart with your favorite color. Let's just open up your higher heart now. And let's just cleanse your energetic field. You've just been initiated into your next chapter of self-awareness, self-love, and awakening. And your heart is completely open and it's going to continue to open. And it's just going to keep opening and opening and opening and blossoming and blossoming and blossoming and blooming and blooming and blooming. So well done. Namaste. If you have any questions, reach out below, comment below, reach out. I will be giving you more information about inner pilgrimage. If you want to join, I'm going to be teaching it in various different forms throughout the year. It's just going to be an ongoing signature program. I'm teaching it with one-to-ones as well as group. But at the moment, I'm just receiving who's interested in this activation because it's very specific. It's very, very specific. We're here for greatness, but if you have social or performance anxiety or any form of nervousness or anything that is blocking you from being great, we're going to release those blocks of being seen and like the lack of confidence in your speech or your presence, your authority, your magnetism. We're going to release any part of you that's shy, any part of you that is afraid, any shaky energy within you, any wobbly energy within you. We're going to really regulate your nervous system so that you know how to live without holding yourself back. And then we're going to bring in so much divine love that it just elevates your timeline to all that's meant for you and more. Um, yes, there will be some ego death involved. It's just death of like who you're not. It's not death of anything else other than that. It's just like removing who you're not, like just removing the conditioning, removing the expectations, removing the false paradigms, the false belief systems, the false anything false, anything that is inauthentic within you. We're just removing all of that. So it is a cleansing, and it can be emotional, but that's the reason why I'm here is to help support you in that emotional alchemy, the transmutation of emotions. Um, it's not all easy, especially if you've had some realizations about your life circumstances that are hard to face and that require massive changes, such as moving out, moving to another country, starting a new career, starting a new relationship with yourself, letting go of old relationships, letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Some of that can be very challenging. But just know that you're being supported and you're being guided, and there are divine interventions on your side, okay? You're highly protected. Okay, so I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. Kindred souls, you know who you are. Get in touch, and I will see you soon. Mwah!